Welcome to the Human Experience. I'm your host, Jordan. I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce myself and to explain the purpose of this channel. What does it mean to be a human? Well, there are the physical characteristics. We have 2 arms, 2 legs, a body, and a large brain. We're able to think and reason and feel complex emotions, even morals. But there are members of the animal kingdom who can do that too. So what is a human? Is it the body? Is it the brain? Is it the operating system that psychologists refer to as the ego? How does our experience differ from the animal kingdom? What makes us special? These are all questions that I hope to analyze and at least attempt to answer as this channel continues to grow. For most of my life, I took learning for granted. Instead of taking the time to research things for myself and verify them, I usually just accepted whatever was presented to me, what the common opinions around me in my life were, especially when it came to faith and reasoning. I tended to follow the crowd. But over the course of the last year, I've set a goal for myself to learn something new every single day, and that has been a wild ride. I've learned so much about science, philosophy, psychology, history, religion, art, conspiracy, and so much more. I'm still learning every single day, and I don't intend to ever stop. For most of my life, I had a very closed mindset. I saw the world around me in black and white. I thought I had it all figured out, and I didn't really have any interest in looking at life from other angles to see if maybe there was more to it than I thought. It wasn't until a very difficult experience happened that rocked my world and made me reconsider everything I thought I knew, and forced me into seeing things from a different perspective. Instead of being convinced that my beliefs had always been right, I realized that the chances of me being right were so slim that it was really laughable. Surely by taking the time to look around me and learn what others had to share from the experience of all of human history, I would be able to examine things and have a more well-rounded perspective of the world. And I want to help you do the same. This YouTube channel has several goals. The primary one is to share knowledge. It's my hope that in sharing information, we can all learn together and make the world a better place. I also created this channel in hopes of gathering a small community, not only to help keep me accountable and give me motivation to continue learning and growing, but also to have someone to share with all of the interesting, fun, and helpful discoveries I make along the way. I hope that someday this channel can become a force for good in the world and can even make a positive impact on the lives of others, just like it's already made a good impact on me. The format I intend to follow may change as I figure out exactly what I'm doing. I'm totally new to YouTube. I have no idea how to record and edit, so I'm learning all of this from scratch. So please bear with me as I continue to grow and improve, and please give me your suggestions. Over time, I plan to make videos on a variety of topics, but my primary inspirations are anthropology, religion, and philosophy. Not only is there already a lifetime of research to be done on those subjects, but these concepts connect humanity together in a very interesting way. There's never been a civilization in all of human history that developed without some kind of connected religion. That makes me ask the question, why? And alongside religion, there have always been great thinkers who dared to ask the difficult questions about the meaning of life. Those thinkers who didn't simply accept what they were told by popular opinion or religious dogma, but instead went on to form their own thoughts and reshape the future of human reasoning. As people, we tend to see ourselves as finished cooking, so to speak, instead of being in a constant state of change and growth. But for a minute, I want you to think about something from your past that embarrasses you, something you would never do today. Just give it a second. If there was something that came to your mind, well, congratulations. That means that you've grown as a person since that embarrassing event occurred. But do you think that 10 years from now, you will look, think, and feel exactly the way that you do today? No, of course not. You're going to continue growing, and you may even come to be embarrassed by the things that you are doing today or things that you have yet to do. We always are improving over time, and that improvement becomes exponential with learning and intent. That's the reason why I chose the tagline, "Never Stop Growing." It's good to remind ourselves that we're never done cooking. We always have more room to improve. And it also helps us not be so hard on ourselves when we make mistakes. It's my belief that not enough people look into the deeper aspects of life and learn to think for themselves. If we as a species stopped allowing the loudest voices to overshadow others and influence the collective society, I think that a new age of reason would develop and lead the world to become a more compassionate, loving, and far less prejudiced place. Instead of seeing everything from the same perspective and taking life for granted, we can learn to put ourselves in others' shoes, and maybe learn something valuable in the process. We might even learn just what it means to be human. I'd also like to mention that I'm not perfect, and when it comes to subjective topics like religion and philosophy, it's almost impossible to portray information without coloring it at least a little bit with personal bias. So I'm going to try my best to maintain as neutral as possible and present the facts in an unbiased way as I can, but I encourage you to do further research for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. Don't listen just because the information is easily accessible. Use this as an inspiration to learn, to better yourself, and to never stop growing. Welcome to the human experience.